Hey guys, welcome back to the garage. Wanted to drop in with a quick update on the rust bucket group build hosted by Mars over at Mars Garage. I'm making some decent progress on this. I've not got a whole lot of anything else done, but I did get some work done on this. But first, I wanted to make sure I get another announcement out on this. And again, I have not decided yet, guys, if I'm actually going to be at this one or not. I really want to, so we'll find out how that goes yet. We'll know by I should know by Thursday, evening, Friday, at the latest, if I'm going to be able to make it to this one. This is Edgewater Raceplex slot car and model car swap meet in Salina, Ohio. Again, it's this coming Saturday, October 4th, and then they'll do some test runs there, and then of course there's some races later on. Like I said before, I usually don't stick around for the races as far as that goes. Just for time constraints and things. But it's always a good little swap meet, and it's always nice to watch those cars run. They're pretty fascinating. I never really got into the slot car end of it, but there's a lot of parts there, a lot of different models, and complete kits, parts kits, already pre-made slot car bodies and everything. So just a good little bit of everything. But it's always a good time there. So if you're in the area, want to stop out, it is again at 116 South Main Street in Salina, Ohio. That's at the Edgewater Raceplex, and it is down in the basement. So I want to make sure I got another announcement on that. I might get one more of these in this week. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, I want to make sure I covered that. All right, where am I at on this rust bucket group build? Making some pretty decent progress. I've got not anything more done on the body than what I showed you last time, as far as that goes, but I have got a good bit done on the interior and the chassis. So move some stuff out of the road here first. I'll go to the interior first, show you what I got done with this. And then again, this premise of this is just the fact that it gave up the ghost a long time ago. It's been sitting out in the weeds, or just out in the woods or whatever. Again, it's not going to have any axles or wheels or tires or anything on it, just the springs. Like it's been sitting down on the ground. So we got some rust holes in the floor. So that, I think it come out fairly well. And all I did is come through the bottom with my Dremel and just thin that out. And then I even rusted the bottom side so it looks decent from the bottom. And so making some progress on that. And then there's that gas tank, just like the windows have been out or down or whatever. And it's got exposed just some rust, just condensation alone would do that. And then, I got that mat in there, and I did the mat with I did it with this. That's the wrong color there. I got this, and it's the Vallejo, just the black, just basically brushed it on. It really comes out with that rubber type look that they would have used back then. And then where that, you can see where, get my pointer here. And that actually worked out pretty good because I just came in, I did all this black first, and then I did the rusting. And it actually looks like that mat is just worn away. So I think it come out fairly realistic looking. And I got some of this bent down a little bit. You can see right there. Right here, I got that bent down just a little bit, like the floor's dropping there and anything. Now, I tried to leave my mounting points for the chassis, so it makes it just a little bit easier to line everything up when I'm done. But there's that red color that I plan on going with. You can see that, and it flattens up really nice. And then just rust. I might do some more work on that firewall. I don't know if I'm 100% satisfied with that, but we'll work on more of that. So there's the interior. Here's the dash. Again, it's been exposed to the elements for years. I just did like a two-tone black in there, and then just rusted up the dash there and pulled out some highlights on that. So there's that. I did the air cleaner. So we got that all roughed up looking right there like it's been laying forever. And then I got to work on the engine. So I got this roughed up. I got the belts and pulleys I'm going to go ahead and put on there, and the fan. But the idea on this is I'm not going to put any manifolds on it. There'll be no intake or exhaust manifolds on it. And I'm not going to put the carburetor on it. So it's like it's been, scarfed to some parts over the years or for whatever reason. But it'll have the transmission in it, just no drive shaft. There's not going to be a bed on it. So it's like it's been scarfed for parts, like I said, over time. And I may even try to find like make a little rag to put in the intake here where the carb was. Just kind of like a little rag sticking out of there. So there's the engine. So I think it's coming along actually pretty good. I actually painted it flat black first, and I sprayed it a Tester's gray, gloss gray, as I believe a lot of these trucks, these 55 Chevys, as far as what I looked up, someone had the gray engine in them. So we just did that in gray and then just kind of roughed her up just a little bit, try to put some like what would have been like oil stains and things. So that's coming along nicely there. And then the seat, I started on the seat, and I got that corner tore out, and then it's like it's pushed down like for years of wear and just broken down over time. And then I think I'm going to try to have it displayed with the seat, you know, like lean forward just a little bit so you can see that gas tank in there. I think that nice detail in there, so we can show that gas tank. I just got to figure out how far I want to go with weathering up the seat. I am planning on putting the like the tie rod in there somewhere in the interior, like maybe have it on the seat. Well, maybe like make a little indention or something, you know, like where it's been setting for years. So there's another idea I've got. And then I just painted the steering wheel black. I get the black steering wheel, and I maybe dirty it up just a little bit more. I got the hood ornament here. Now I originally had this. I can't remember if I showed this last time, but anyway, I don't think I did. But anyway, we'll go over it again real quick. But I had actually rusted this up, and I got to looking. I think if you guys know for 100%, let me know. But just from the research I did, I think a lot of these were like stainless. So I don't know if they would actually have rusted over. But anyway, so I just put on there, dulled it. After I had it rusted, I just sprayed like some flat aluminum over it. And like it's just been pitted or something, or you know, just rough from over the years. And then I had originally painted that red bow tie in the middle, but we just dulled it down so it looks like it's been setting out in the weather as well. So I got that emblem. Then of course, I did painted up the generator here. I've got the generator painted there, and I'll rough it up. And then here's my, of course, you know, basic stuff, belt and pulleys. And then my fan. Of course, I haven't got any of this stuff weathered yet. I just sprayed it last night, and then let it sit there and dry so we can work on that. Now for the chassis. Here's the frame. I've got pretty much it rusted, and all this rusting, guys, is pretty much, not all of it, pretty much, but with these three basic colors, you know, kind of like Mars does over at his channel over there. Just took his advice, and man, what a nice result you get with using those three basic colors. And then here's just the chassis. Just rusted it up best I could. And then I even went as far as to do this. We're going to have this tire and wheel, maybe kind of lean in the back here like such. And there's the white wheel too, guys. I've said on some other videos, anytime I do an old truck like this, I got to have at least one white wheel. It's just a thing I got. Each truck's got to have at least one white wheel on it. So there's the white wheel for this one, being it's missing all of the other ones. So at least there's the white wheel for this truck. So that's pretty much where I'm at, guys, on this. Since I spent actually quite a bit of time focusing on this rusting stuff here. And I haven't got any more done with the body. Like I said, I want to find out what I want to do on this side. Generally, a lot of times, sometimes the left side is a little bit more rough, but since it's been sitting down really close to the ground, it may be a little rough all the way around. And what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to pause a minute, guys. I'm going to throw this thing together, and then we'll look at it, you know, kind of how it's going to start to look as one piece. I'll be right back. Okay, so here's the basic gist right here, minus the engine. I didn't put the engine in because it didn't want to stay put. So there's like with that seat, maybe we'll have that seat tilted forward there. Of course, I'll have the steering wheel and column in there, and then we'll have that. And then this will just basically be setting, see there, with no wheels and tires, no axles. It'll just be setting like right flat on the ground there. And then I've got an idea. I got these hinges. I think I'm going to put the hinges on it. And I've got an idea. I might have this hood setting up, only bent down, you know, because you know sometimes a vehicle will set up forever and then the hinges will rust. Somebody will try to shut it and it'll kink the hood. So we might just try to put a slight kink and bend in this. I haven't 100% decided on that yet. We'll see when I get closer to that point if I want to go that route. So if I mess something up, I think I might have a spare hood for one of these. I'm not sure. But anyway, when you're dealing with an old rusty truck, You know, if you mess something up, just adds to it though, right? So we'll just kind of look at it like that. Here are some of the other, again, I have used some of these in certain spots on the rusting. So, but that's really all I got right now, guys, for this. I want to come in here and give a quick update for it. I don't want to keep you real long, but that's where we're at on the Rust Bucket group build. Again, Mars, thank you for hosting this. It's always one of my favorites. That's my mind wander, and really what kind of the premise I'm thinking of this, guys. I've been watching some of Steve Magnante's channel. Again, he's back doing his junkyard crawl after his bout with encephalitis there. So good to see him back out in the junkyards and going over some of those old cars. So I'm kind of getting some inspiration from that. So well, thanks, Steve, for that as well. But anyway, that's all I got for now, guys. And as I interrupt myself again, I do have a windshield. I don't know if I'm going to put it in it because of the rusty dash. Maybe the windshield was taken or broken out. I might put the back one in it, but we'll see where we're at when we get that far. So that's all I got for now, guys. If you like this video, please give me a like, share, subscribe, and comment. Subscribers, thank you. I appreciate it so much. So until next time, this is Eric from Eric's Model Garage, and you guys have a great day. God bless you, and happy modeling.